Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm so happy you're here. Today I wanted to kind of break down what a typical workout plan looks like for my clients. And obviously this is gonna vary depending on the person, but I wanted to kind of give you just a very general roundup so that if you are feeling a little bit intimidated going into the gym, you don't really know what to do on what days, I'm gonna kind of give you a general idea of what that can look like. As always, all of my links are in the description below, along with my Jumpstart guide to help you get started on your fitness journey in this new year. It is my Strong Over Skinny Jumpstart guide, and it will give you all of the tools that you need to set you up for success. So typically I recommend that my clients work out anywhere between 3 and 5 days a week, depending on what their schedule allows, what their goals are, all that jazz. So depending on how many days I have to work with, that'll change what I have them do on which days. So for example, if somebody has 3 days to work out, I would divvy up the arms between those 3 days. Same thing with the legs. I would divvy up the legs and throw some abs in on one of those days as well. Because the key here is we don't want to over fatigue a certain muscle group. And so it's really important that we make sure that we divide things up. Obviously, when I have a few more days out of the week to work with, we can do even more variations, but that way, if they have to cap their workout time at 3 days, they're still getting some variety. So first things first, we want to make sure that we aren't working the protagonist and the antagonist muscles on the same day. So your biceps and your triceps, not on the same day. Chest and back, not on the same day. The reason being is you don't want to over fatigue, and so when you divide up those muscle groups, works a lot easier. Now, you can do the same thing with your legs. There are some people who like to do a leg day. I'm not one of those people, but if that's your jam, you can do that. But you can also divide up your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your calves on different days of the week as well. And of course, we want to make sure that we are getting our rest days in there as well. I like to recommend at least 2 rest days a week, especially if you are more along the lines of 5-day exercise weeks. You really want to make sure that those 2 days off are true days off. Now we can go more into what active rest days look like in a different video, but the key is making sure that your muscles have time to recover so that they can then get stronger. Because if you're just constantly working them day in, day out, they never have a chance to recover and get stronger. So that recovery process is key in your muscles being able to come back and perform better than they did the last time. So rest days are very important. And last but certainly not least, you do want to make sure that you are getting some form of cardio as well as strength training, because they do vastly different things. Right? We still want to make sure that we're keeping our cardiovascular system healthy. So your heart, your lungs, all that jazz. That is what cardio will do, is keep those things working as they should. And then obviously the weights do other things. And so you want to make sure that you're still getting both of those in. Now, how much of them depends on what your goals are. But especially if you're somebody who is not a cardio fan, finding something that you can tolerate is important, because then you're more likely to do it. Whereas if you hate running, don't use the treadmill. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. Use the bike, the elliptical, the Stairmaster. But if there's something that you hate, don't program that in, because you're not going to do it. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.